Hello Starlets, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. We're bringing a little bit of glamour to everyday life. If you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I want to talk about hand and nail care. They say the two areas that you can tell a woman's age are her neck and her hands. And I'm still working on the neck part, so I want to talk about the hands today. I am actually a licensed cosmetologist and a licensed nail tech. I don't currently work in a salon, but some of these are tricks that I've learned from school. Some of them are stuff I've learned just from trial and error. I just want to kind of put all of my hand and nail care tips all in one video. So if you want to know how you can get stronger nails and ageless hands, then just keep watching. Now the first tip I want to share with you is that when you trim or shape your nails, you never ever want to do it on wet nails. You want to make sure that your nails are completely dry when you do that, because you can do a lot of damage. Your nails are naturally, and I'm sure you've probably noticed it if you have natural nails, when your nails are wet, they're much weaker. So for me, on a day when I actually want to do my nails, like give myself a home manicure, I don't actually go get manicures, I just do them myself. But I figure I'm a professional, so technically I'm getting a professional manicure. I actually use this. I don't know if this is still available. I'm gonna look it up online and see if I can find it. I've owned this for years. I got this at a professional beauty supply store. I don't really see them that many places, but I'm gonna look and see. I remember when this first came out, the girl at the store was like, this invention is gonna save marriages, because it's basically like this thing that you, okay, that was messy. It's this thing that you like clip on to your nail clippers here that basically like catches all of the clippings. Now, of course, if you flip it like upside down, they'll all fall out like they kind of did when I tried to open it. I mean, I have to think if your marriage is really at risk because you've got nail clippings in bed, there might be other issues there. But that's beside the point. This one's actually by OPI. I have to say, it's so much less messy to use these, and I will use these if I need to trim my nails, if filing is just not gonna do, because my nails are extremely thin and extremely weak, but they do grow very fast. So sometimes I just gotta trim them down. I just think this is a cool little device, just kind of make things a little bit neater, but if not, you can always just clip them over a sink or over your wastebasket. And then what I use to shape my nails is this is actually the Nail Tech Crystal File. I don't know if other brands have come out with crystal files since then. This is actually for toes. I just grabbed this one. You can use either one for hands and feet, but the larger one is typically for toes. I mean, I like this better than like an emery board personally. I mean, they are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, this has lasted me, I've had this for years and it's still in really good condition. So it's like a one-time investment, but it's gonna last you, I don't know if it'll last you a lifetime. I guess it depends on how rough you are with it, but it'll last you quite a while. So you always wanna make sure you do that when your nails are dry. So I will do that like before I'm getting ready to take a shower on a day when I'm gonna do my nails. Another thing I will say, if you do need to take nail polish off, I get these at a professional beauty supply store, and I don't actually still have the packaging because I emptied out the package into my little, I got this vintage glass thing on Etsy, but I put my little, these are actually like lint-free nail pads. I have cotton pads, like cotton face pads that I love. Since switching to like a lint-free pad, I will tell you, taking off nail polish has been a game changer, because I used to get all those little, like, I don't know, things would get caught in your nails and stuff. It was terrible. So I don't know exactly where like the general public can get like the lint-free cotton pads, but I'm gonna look online and see if I can find some for you. But they've been a game changer. I like putting them in my little vintage dish here. So that's just if you have polish on and you need to take some polish off, or to clean your nails before you put polish on, anything like that. Basically, instead of, you know, like sometimes you sit in the salon, like you're known for like you have to sit there and soak your nails and stuff like that. Well, I don't have time to sit there and soak my nails, to be honest with you. So for me, I will then take a nice warm shower, and that in turn, being in the water, you know, you're washing your hair, you're washing your body, that actually for me softens up my cuticle area enough. Now while you're in the shower, a little tip, because there are a lot of like hand scrubs, you know, like you can get, I've seen them, different brands have these like hand scrubs for exfoliating your hands. I've tried some, to be totally honest. Whatever body scrub you love, and I'm gonna do a whole video about body scrubs, I think. If you wanna see that, thumbs up. Whatever body scrub that you're using that you love, just take a couple extra seconds to just rub it on your hands. You don't need a specific scrub just for your hands, but I do think that using a little scrub on your hands can kind of smooth them out a little bit. And when I get out of the shower, my favorite cuticle remover is actually the Deborah Lippmann Cuticle Remover. I tried a bunch of them and this one was pricier, but I like this one the best. So I'll put this on, rub it in my nails, and then I will push my cuticles back. This is something that like, I feel like the nail tech in me is like, you shouldn't do it. But the actual real person in me is like, this is what I do. Honestly, I push my cuticles back with my other fingernails. Probably not something you should do. The real thing is you should take an orangewood stick, you should wrap it in cotton, and then you should put some cuticle remover on and gently push back your nails. I don't do that personally. I use my other nails to push them back. Another thing I don't know if I should recommend, because I'm a professional, I always keep these like cuticle nippers on me because I get hangnails super bad. They've actually gotten better since I've started this particular nail care routine, but I do still get hangnails quite often, so I feel like I have to have this because when I get a hangnail, like it bugs the hell out of me. Like I'm like, I have to clip this off. It's driving me crazy. I will trim my cuticles. I know everyone says don't trim your cuticles, and I still say unless you have a very steady hand and know what you're doing, you probably should not be trimming your cuticles. I do. I'm very, very careful about them, and you can very, very easily cut yourself and start bleeding. If you do choose to do that, be forewarned, you need to be careful. I do. My cuticles grow out like weeds. I don't know why they grow so much. You might, if you don't have like cuticles that grow out like crazy and you kind of keep them maintained, you could probably just get away with just sort of rubbing off your cuticle with the cuticle remover. My nails just don't do that. So I trim them, but if you do decide to trim them, be forewarned, it can get very dangerous. If you do decide that you are going to polish your nails, or if you're not going to polish your nails, one thing that I forget where I heard about this. It was another YouTuber. It's a Deborah Lippmann Smooth Operator Buffer File. I've tried a few of these different things where they have like, it's like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like the different areas or different textures. I've tried a few of these, but for some reason, this one I like the best. I don't know what it is. Deborah Lippmann is not sponsoring this video. She doesn't know I'm making it, but she makes good nail products, so what can I say? Even if I'm gonna wear polish, my nails can get kind of rough and textured, and when I want a really smooth surface, I will go through these steps, and of all of the different like buffing file things that I've used, I've liked this one the best. It is pricier than some others. I mean, you can get some really cheap ones, but to be totally honest, I like this one the best. Okay, another thing I mentioned in a recent favorites video, which I love, but it is so hard to get, so I hate recommending it, but I've tried a lot of nail strengtheners in my day, and this is the only one that I've really found effective, that I've really enjoyed using. It's just really hard to get your hands on, especially in the US. This is the Harome. I believe it's French. Harome Laboratories, it's their nail hardener strong. I'm gonna put a link to their website. I've actually tried to order more because this is getting really low and it's been really difficult for me to order it here in the US. My order kept failing, and then I've been with customer service and they take a while to get back to you. So I hate recommending this because it's so difficult to get your hands on, but I have never found any other nail strengthener that I feel like is as effective as this. I mean, a part of me is like, oh, I want to try a different one because when I run out of this, I don't know how I'm gonna get more, but I can't find another one that I like as much. So I had a brief stint with acrylic nails. I tried them again for the first time in like 10 years over the holidays, and it was just a disaster. Like I didn't even get them filled. Like I literally just had them for like 3 weeks and I was like, these are coming off because I can't take them. And that really messed up my nails, and I was really dreading growing them out because my nails were so damaged and they had like dent marks from the drills and stuff, and I was using this and they've grown out. And I mean, my nails are still weak, but I have to say they grew out much, much smoother and in much better shape because I was using this. Now, before I go to bed at night, my hand care routine is a little involved. I've been addicted to the C&D solar oil pretty much since I was in cosmetology school, which was forever ago. To be honest, this is mostly almond oil. It smells like almond oil. It's mostly almond oil. You probably could use almond oil. I really, really enjoy this. Then I kind of got into the idea that if I want my hands to be ageless, I might need to use some anti-aging products on my hands. And I have read that using retinol on your hands at night can help, and retinol is like, I mean, that's a whole video in itself about retinol. And I actually had a hand cream that had, or it said it had retinol in it, that I actually used up. I think I mentioned it in my empties video. It was okay, but I actually started using this. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross, I call him Dr. Dennis G because I don't really know how you say it. But it's the ferulic acid retinol brightening solution. I use the eye cream version of it under my eyes. I think I mentioned that in a favorites video recently, and I really enjoy it. So I thought, you know what, why don't I get this? It's pricey, but you don't need that much when you're putting it on your hands. Comes in a little dropper, and so basically after I put my nail oil on, I will just put kind of a drop of this on my hands, and I will just sort of rub it into my hands. I let that sink in briefly, and then I throw on my favorite hand cream that I found ever. This is the C.O. Bigelow Chapped Hands Remedy. It says non-greasy, and it will sink into your skin, but for me this is a little bit too heavy to wear during the day. So I use this at night. This saved my hands last winter. And I've just recently been using this, and I really feel like this has stepped up the softness game, but this hand cream is really what kept my hands from getting chapped in the cold New England winter. Honestly, the combination of these 3 products at night have been, my hands have just been like so soft lately. I find myself sometimes just like caressing them because they're just so soft. It's weird. I'm weird. What can I say? Now, because I am using a retinol at night, when I do go out during the day, I always try to remember to throw on an SPF because, I mean, you should always be wearing SPF, but when you're using anti-aging products, they can tend to make your skin more sensitive to the sun. I kind of love the name of this, but I've liked this one. It's another Deborah Lippmann product. It's the Rich Girl Hand Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 25, and I find this absorbs into my hands better than some other hand creams I've tried, and it has SPF. So there might be some less expensive versions of, you know, hand cream with SPF in them that might work better. I don't know, but I've just been really enjoying this one. I also have to say, and I feel like this, like, everybody says it, but you kind of have to say it because not everybody thinks to do it. I know sometimes I get lazy and I don't do this, but if you are washing dishes, or as for me especially, if I'm washing my makeup brushes, wear gloves. Like, I have a set of rubber gloves for, I actually have a set of rubber gloves for like just about everything. I have one for like just cleaning my bathroom, and then I have one with like my makeup brush cleaner that I use when I'm cleaning my brushes. I have one that I keep by the sink if I need to like wash off a pot or pan. We have a dishwasher, but if I do actually have to like hand wash something, some of my mugs like can't go in the dishwasher and stuff, I put on my gloves, and if I'm just washing a dish or something, I don't bother with this, but when I am washing my makeup brushes, I will throw on actually some of my C.O. Bigelow Chapped Hands Remedy and then put on my gloves, and I kind of feel like that's a nice little moisture treat for your hands because obviously the rubber gloves are going to kind of trap in that moisture. One last tip that has been a huge game changer for me is to take a look at your hand soap. I actually switched to a more natural hand soap. I've actually been liking the Miss Meyer's Clean Day hand soap. That's the back packaging. This one's in a lavender scent. This is the one I have in my bathroom. I forget what scent. There's like a honeysuckle in, I think, the guest bathroom. A lemon verbena, I think, is the one in my kitchen. Since switching to these, my hands have been so much less dry and chapped. I think it's because these have like natural oils. Yeah, it's made with olive oil and aloe vera. So switching to a less harsh hand soap has just been, it's been huge. And seriously, my hands have been so soft lately that I'm hoping when people look at them, they're gonna be like, oh my god, she's only 19. She's so young. Look at her hands. I don't know if they're actually thinking that, but I would love it if they were thinking that. Those are all of my hand products. It's excessive, it is, but I hope you learned some quick tips. If you have any favorite nail products or favorite nail tips or hand care products or hand care tips or anything, please let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I love your suggestions. If you have any other videos that you'd like to see, you know, body parts that you'd like beauty tips on, then please let me know. Leave those in the comment section below as well. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. A while back I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and I truly believe that beauty and makeup saved my life, and I believe it can save yours too. So if you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on all my social media channels. The links will all be in the description box below, along with links to all these products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.